going on, guys? Welcome back to day 5 of the Whiskey Somm Sips at a Beginner's Guide to Whiskey. Today we're talking about something a little different than your standard offering. This is the Canadian Rye Whiskey. And now, up north in the great state of Canada, they do things kind of bizarrely. And even though I did a whole section on Canadian whiskey, I still have no idea what the hell they do up there. They're talking about a 9.09% rule, and then different whiskey streams. So we're not going to get into any of that. What we are going to talk about is Lot 40 Canadian Rye Whiskey. Now, the one big thing to note the difference of is that in America, rye whiskey must be a minimum of 51% rye in the mash bill. In Canada, they don't have quite such high exacting standards. And that's not to say that they don't have standards, but their numbers are much lower there than they are here, which is kind of ironic because they're technically higher than us because you have to go north, I think. I don't know, I'm bad at geology. So Lot 40 was named Lot 40, so I've been told, after the lot owned by Josh Booth, who was one of the distillers' ancestors from Hiram Walker Distillery. Now, Hiram Walker Distillery also makes some other amazing Canadian whiskeys, and I'm not going to get into those right now, but we are going to talk about another couple Canadian whiskeys later in the month. So I opened it ahead of time because no one really wants to see me peeling foil off. So let's just give this a quick taste. Now, I love Lot 40. I love Lot 40 cask strength even more. And it's just now hitting the US market. It started to hit America around January of this year. And I've been really excited to try it because I've been teased with it when it was in the Pernod Ricard portfolio. Now it's with Hodling & Co. And also a huge thank you to our friends at Hodling & Co. for providing us this bottle to talk about with you guys. Now, this is different than American rye whiskey. I don't exactly know how to describe it, but in American rye, I get the kind of dill, pickle, kind of earthy, kind of bitter, kind of grassy note. And I used to love that. But, unfortunately, I'm human, and my tastes change. So, the past few months, I've not really been enjoying rye whiskey. But Canadian rye whiskey, I have high hopes for, because it's something different. It's a different recipe, it's a different mash bill, it's a different style of production, it's a different yeast strain, it's a different aging climate. So, on the nose, I do get some of that, dill pickle kind of flavor. Or, not flavor, because apparently my nose can taste things. Does your nose have taste buds? My tongue apparently has, smell receptors. My nose has taste buds. I smell a little bit of that, dill pickle aromatic. I also kind of get a raspberry note to it, which is really interesting. And also kind of plasticky. So, as always, what do I say? Exactly. If it's your first taste of the day, take a quick taste, take a quick sip to acclimate your palate, to wake it up, so you're not, just shocking the hell out of your system with, 40+% alcohol straight away. While we weren't paying attention so much to that taste, we did notice that there was not quite as strong of a dill pickle flavor to that. That wasn't quite so earthy and, grassy. So I'm excited to get deeper into this one. Oh, wow. So there is still that grassy earthiness just a little bit, but it's muted by rich, thick caramel syrup, the kind you put on ice cream. There's a bitter tannic note to it as well. The standard you'd expect, vanillas, a little bit of toffee. I try not to bore you guys with the standard tasting notes that everybody and their mother can get. There's a little bit of chili in here, which is interesting, you know, kind of like chili powder on a nice grilled piece of meat. But again, you know, that grassy, earthy note, I guess it's just the rye grain, you guys. I mean, this is a delicious whiskey, and even though I'm not big on rye right now, I'm still really enjoying it. That's it for Lot 40, guys. Remember to stay tuned in December. We're going to be making a gold rush with the Lot 40. Gold rush is typically bourbon, but I want to do Canadian rye because why not? Sláinte mhath.